Today we are going to do a lesson about gerund. Well, what's your gerund anyway? Gerund is a noun made from verb by adding the suffix ing. People often confusing between the present participle and gerund because present participle also ends with ing. So how? Okay, now let me tell you how to differentiate between these two kinds of verb. Gerunds looks like verbs, but they actually function as nouns, so they are sometimes called verbal nouns. Present participle also ends with ing, but it is a verb that used as an adjective instead of being used as a noun.
Gerund and gerund phrase can perform the same function as noun. They can be used as the subject, objects, or the complements of a sentence. Gerund can act as the subjects at the beginning of a sentence. For example, reading helps you learn English. The suffix ing is added to the verb read, and you can see that reading is the subject of the sentence, or it would be the object of a sentence. Like, I enjoy reading. In this sentence, I is the subject, enjoy is the verb, and reading is the object. Gerund may also be used as the complement. It is usually used to describe the subject or objects in a sentence. For example, her favorite hobby is reading. Here, her favorite hobby is the subject and reading is the complement that explains the subject. Besides that, gerund can also be made negative by adding not. Let's take a look at this sentence. He enjoyed not working. In this situation, a negative statement is obtained by adding not before the gerund working.
Here's a tip for you. If you want to know whether an ing word is a gerund or present participle, you can determine by checking whether the word describes something else. If it is used as noun, then it is a gerund. If it is used as an adjective, then it will be present participle.
Hi everyone, I am Atika. Just now we have learned about gerund has subject and object. Now I will teach all of you about gerund has subject complement and object complement. Let's look at the example here. What I hate most is repeating myself. For this example, what is the subject for this sentence? The subject for this sentence is what I hate most. And we have a gerund here. The gerund is repeating. Now, in this situation, the gerund is not actually the object because the subject is not doing anything to a gerund. It's only giving more information about the subject. So, what I hate most, and then your action telling what I hate most. You given more information about it. So, what are you doing is provided a subject complement. Okay, now we move to gerund has object complement. Let's look at the example. I saw Jim riding his bike. First, let's identify the gerund. Gerund for this sentence is riding. And let's look at the sentence we have. I, which is a subject, saw the verb, and Jim is your object. Now you given more information about the Jim action here. I saw Jim, but what is Jim doing here? Jim was riding his bike. In this situation, gerund given more information about the object action. So this sentence is the example gerund has object complement. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, now I will explain about gerunds acting as object of preposition.
Many prepositions combinations are followed by gerunds. They are A. Verb plus preposition and B. be adjectives plus prepositions. Let's see some example for verb plus preposition. First example, they insisted on giving us a present. The verb plus preposition here is insisted on. Next, do you ever think about getting married and having children? The verb plus preposition here is think about. Now we will look at examples for adjectives plus preposition. The first example is he was involved in making the movie. Involved in is the adjective plus preposition here. Next, she is tired from working all day. Tired from is the adjective plus preposition in this example. Next, she is good at making friends. Good at is the adjective plus preposition in this example.
I would like to emphasize on the use of the word to. We need to be careful because to can be used as part of an infinitive or as a preposition.
So how does a student know whether to is a marker for an infinitive or is a preposition? A simple way to know this is that if to is followed by a noun construction, it is a preposition. If to is followed immediately by a simple verb, it is part of an infinitive. For example, she is committed to improving her English. To here is a preposition. Next, she wants to improve her English. The to here is part of an infinitive because improve is a verb.
Hello, my name is Mardia Hanani binti Muhammad Noor. Today I will share to everyone about possessive and gerund. First of all, we need to understand what is possessive. The possessive is used with noun referring to peoples, group of people, countries and animals. It shows a relationship of belonging between one thing and another. As example, the car of John's. So, the possessive will be John's car. Now, we move on to what is gerund. A gerund is the ing from a verb used a noun. The gerund from a verb looks like a present participle, but their function is different. As example, running is good exercise. This is the example of the gerund. We often put a noun or pronoun in front of a gerund to show who or what is doing the action in the gerund. This noun or pronoun is called the subject of the gerund. In formal writing, the subject of the gerund should be in the possessive form. As example, your leaving early was a wise decision. In informal writing, there is a trend toward dropping the possessive before a gerund. We often use a simple noun or an object pronoun instead. As example, we celebrated God winning the contest.
Okay, I will present about the active and passive gerunds. Active can be divided into simple and past. Let's take a look into the active simple. Verb plus ing. Okay, let's take a look into the example for active simple. I like swimming. Here is the gerund that acts as the object. Smoking is bad for you. So here smoking is the gerund that acts as the subject. I regret not calling you. Here the gerund is not calling you. Not calling is the gerund and it has not, so it is a negative statement. Okay. Okay, let's take a look into active past. Active past is having plus past participle. Having plus past participle. Okay, let's take a look into the example. I'm proud of having completed university. Here, it has of. It is a preposition. So after preposition, you must use a gerund. Here, having completed is the active past gerund. Okay. Having gone to college is one of the best things I've ever done. Okay, here the gerund is having gone. It means that the person already gone to the college. Okay, let's take a look into passive, simple, and past. First, let's take a look into passive simple. Passive simple is being plus past participle. Let's take a look into the example. She hates being told what to do. She hates being told is the gerund. She is already being told by someone. Okay. I'm tired of being insulted. Being insulted is the gerund here. Okay. Okay. That is of. It is a preposition. So we use a gerund after preposition. Being robbed is an awful experience. Here, being robbed is the gerund. Okay, let's take a look into passive past. Passive past is having plus been plus past participle. Let's take a look into the example. I'm still angry about having been fired by her. Here, having been fired is the passive past gerund. Okay. 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 Having been fired is that the action already done in the past. Okay, let's take a look into the second example. Aren't you upset about having been lied to? Here, having been lied is the gerund. It's using the passive past because the action already done in the past. The person already having been lied to. Okay, that's all. Thanks for watching.